Long ago in ancient Japan, an old bamboo cutter named Taketorai no Okina lived with his wife in a small hut by the forest. They were poor but kind-hearted, their only sorrow was that they had no child. One morning, while cutting bamboo, the old man saw something miraculous, a stalk glowing with golden light. When he split it open, he found a tiny girl no bigger than his thumb, wrapped in shining silk. Amazed, he took her home to his wife. "She must be sent from heaven," said the old woman with tears of joy. They named her Kaguya-hime, meaning, the radiant princess. From that day, strange blessings came. Whenever the bamboo cutter worked, gold coins would spill from the stalks. Soon, the couple became rich, but their greatest joy was the little girl who grew quickly into a beautiful young woman. Within 3 months, Kaguya-hime had grown into a woman of such breathtaking beauty that her house glowed softly at night. Her hair was black as ink, her skin pale as moonlight. Word spread across Japan, and noblemen came from far and wide, begging for her hand in marriage. But Kaguya-hime refused them all, saying, "I am not meant for marriage. My heart belongs nowhere on this earth." 5 suitors, however, were persistent. To end their pursuit, Kaguya-hime set each an impossible task. To the first, she said, "Bring me the stone bowl of Buddha from India." To the second, "Bring me a branch from the jeweled trees of Horai." To the third, "Bring me the robe of the fire rat that cannot burn." To the fourth, "Bring me a jewel from the dragon's neck." To the fifth, "Bring me the shell that sings like a swallow's voice." Each man promised to fulfill her wish, but none could. Months passed. The first nobleman returned with a glittering bowl, claiming he had gone to India. But when Kaguya-hime prayed before it, no divine light appeared. "This is false," she said softly, and he left in shame. The second brought a jeweled branch, but it was fake. The craftsman he hired came demanding payment, exposing his lie. The third sailed to China and risked his life for the robe of the fire rat. Yet when Kaguya-hime tested it in fire, it burned to ash. The fourth drowned while searching the sea for a dragon's jewel, and the fifth was gravely injured trying to steal a swallow's shell. In the end, all were defeated, not by danger, but by their own pride. When tales of Kaguya-hime reached the Emperor of Japan, he became curious. He visited her one evening, finding her sitting by the bamboo grove, bathed in silver moonlight. "Lady Kaguya," he said, "your beauty outshines all creation. Come to the palace and be my empress." But she lowered her eyes. "My lord, I cannot. I am not of this world." Still, the emperor was captivated. They exchanged poems, letters, and memories, and though he loved her deeply, she always refused to leave her home. Her words were gentle, but behind her eyes lingered sadness, as if she were waiting for something she could not escape. One summer night, the bamboo cutter noticed Kaguya-hime staring at the full moon, tears glimmering on her face. "My child," he said, "why do you weep so often?" She whispered, "Father, I must tell you the truth. I come from the moon. Long ago, I was sent here as punishment. But when the next full moon rises, my people will come for me. I cannot stay." The old man's heart broke. "You are our daughter. You belong here with us." "I wish I could," she said, embracing him. "You have given me love greater than the heavens." The emperor, hearing of her sorrow, sent soldiers to guard her house when the full moon approached. "They will not take you," he promised. But destiny cannot be denied. On the 15th night of the 8th month, the sky turned silver and a heavenly glow spread over the mountains. Music drifted from the clouds, and soldiers fell to their knees, powerless to move. A procession of radiant beings descended from the moon, carrying banners of light. In their midst stood a shining chariot. Kaguya-hime stepped forward in tears. "Father, mother, I will never forget you. Though my body must return to the moon, my heart will remain on earth." A celestial maiden placed a feathered robe upon her shoulders. The moment it touched her, all human sorrow faded from her eyes. Before ascending, she handed a small vial to one of the guards. "Give this to the emperor," she said. "It is the elixir of immortality, my final gift." Then she rose into the sky, leaving a trail of light that faded into the moon. The old couple wept as the night returned to darkness. When the emperor received the vial, he stared at it in silence. "Eternal life," he murmured, "means nothing without the one I love." He climbed the highest mountain in Japan, Mount Fuji, carrying the elixir and a letter for Kaguya-hime. At dawn, he whispered to the rising sun, "If you are watching from the moon, know that I will never forget you." Then he ordered his soldiers to burn both the letter and the elixir on the mountaintop, so that the smoke would rise to the heavens and reach her. As the fire burned, white smoke curled toward the sky. The emperor watched it until it vanished, his heart heavy but at peace. From that day, the mountain was called Fuji, from Fushir, meaning immortality. People said its smoke still rises because the emperor's love burns there eternally. Many years passed, but the legend of Kaguya-hime lived on. On clear nights, when the moon shines bright over the bamboo groves, villagers say they can see a faint figure dancing in the silver light, her robes glowing softly, her face smiling down upon the earth she once loved. And somewhere on the moon, a lonely princess looks down upon Mount Fuji, where the smoke still rises like a prayer, a promise between the moon and the earth, between love and eternity.